Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. He is Coach Jay. We're jumping back into the film room, and we're going to go back. We're going to rewind time. We're going to go to the guy that started it all in this portal class, and that is Quay Moss, defensive back, transferring from Kansas State to Tennessee, 5'11", 190 pounds. Spent a year at Dodge City Community College, his second year at West Georgia, before transferring to Kansas State. That's the type of story that I love, man. A guy that maybe wasn't necessarily cut out to go play D1 ball, but he goes to community college. He goes to the University of West Georgia, ends up at Kansas State, and now he's going to play in the SEC. This past season at Kansas State, 41 tackles, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and 1 sack on the season. When he entered the portal, and then he commits to Tennessee, you go around the internet, Kansas State fans were not happy. Coach, I want to talk about what you think about Quay Moss, but also just give me a brief rundown of this secondary. Completely overhauled. We bring in Jim Knowles. We bring in a new coach in the secondary, 2 new coaches in the secondary with Poindexter and also Hunter from Ohio State, but you're bringing in TJ Metcalf, DeJuan Lane, you're bringing in Kalen Lee, and you're bringing in Quay Moss. What do you think about this secondary going into 2026? And then we can speak more specifically on Quay Moss.
I like it. They need to be loaded, and they are, right? I thought it was awesome keeping Farouk, too. I think Farouk can vastly improve under Knowles' defense, but I think it's huge, right? Like Knowles, you need to have good safeties and defensive backs for his system to work. So when he came here, you texted me and I said, I'm concerned, Boogie. I was concerned because we didn't have a bunch of defensive backs, and I'm looking at what we got and what Knowles does, and I go, something doesn't fit here. Someone gave me a round hole and handed me a square peg. What the heck are we going to do? Well, we all took a breath. We were all extremely calm and never panicked during
the not
portal,
once.
Not once. And we got some DBs, we got some help in here, and now I'm feeling amazing about it. So I'm excited. I think not only did we build a solid starting core, I think we brought in some rotational pieces that are going to be key and keeping our players fresh as well. So I'm extremely excited about it. I'm extremely excited about Quay. He plays fast. He doesn't overthink things. He isn't isolated in space. He's athletic. He can run almost with anybody, and he brings a boomstick with him as well.
I also texted you when Quay Moss committed, or maybe he was trending, and I said, where are we putting this guy? The star position versus the nickel position. You said he fits specifically into that nickel spot for Jim Knowles. Talk about that. Nickel versus star in the Jim Knowles defense and why Quay Moss fits the bill for that.
Well, number one, he's got that corner type body, right? He's got quick hips. He can mirror skills. He's comfortable and get slots. He's not primarily a run fit player. So in Jim Knowles' defense, right, that nickel isn't a primary run fit defender. The star is a primary run fit defender in Tim Banks' system, right? So your responsibilities are a lot different. When and how and where you blitz are a lot different in the nickel compared to the star. How you attack the run is a lot different. In the nickel, you want to force the ball wide and not spill them, right? Whereas it's just every little thing that you do, whether it be your run fit or where you pass, is flipped around from nickel to star. So I know we think of them as very similar because of where they line up on the field and some things they do in their build sometimes, but really responsibility wise, a lot of times they're the mirror opposite of each other. And that's why I think a lot of people misunderstand the two positions.
We're going to jump in the film room. We're going to take a look at Quay Moss. We need you guys to handle a little business for us. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell for notifications. We got all kinds of fun interviews coming up on the channel throughout the course of the offseason. You know the sales pitch. We're not experts. We're not insiders. But this old guy over here, old Coach Jay, rolled through the channel around the Alabama game in 2022. And he comes on a fan call-in show, and he's worried what everybody's going to say. But guess what? I'm a judgmental guy. I looked at him. I go, why is this guy got coach in his name? Who does he think he is? Why is he in here? Why is he on this channel? Why is he talking? We'll come to find out he knows a little something about coaching ball. He coaches linebackers, defensive coordinator. Now he's a D3 analyst. So he knows the game of ball, and he comes here and he breaks it down and he kind of simplifies it for us. And that's what these film breakdowns are. However, they are demonetized. So we need your support. If you like this type of content, we're using college football footage, so it gets demonetized. You can help us out. Hit the thanks button. It's like a super chat on a video, but it's also like you're sponsoring these film breakdowns and you're allowing us to put the time into bringing it to you. You can also hit that join button. Become a member of the channel, only $1 a month. We would appreciate that. If you think he doesn't know ball, if you think you know a little bit more than Coach Jay, we sell a shirt for you that's called Certified Ball Knowing Realist. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS, and maybe you can jump on and do the next film breakdown. Let's go take a look at Quay Moss. What do we got, Coach?
All righty here. We got a flashback almost. We did Quay and Lee the other day, Boogie, and we had a play where he was playing against Kentucky on the goal line, and they kind of ran like a motion to the bottom of the screen to that, to that pylon, right? And it was kind of a race there, and we talked about it. We're going to get kind of a similar look here, right? And Moss is going to be over the slot wide receiver, right, at the top of the screen. You can go ahead and circle him, Boogie, right? He's playing up there in press, right? North Texas right here on the goal line right here, threatening to score. They've got numbers inside, but they still spread us way out. That wide receiver is going to go in motion. And once again, this is all about how Quay, just like Kayan had to do it, how he negotiates the middle of the field. But if you want to pause it, kind of like when he's in that blue in between the S and the T of K-State right here, communicates with his linebackers right there. I like it. We're going to send him on motion. He's going to open those hips just like Kayan did. And I wanted to point that out because I really love it. And even though he opened his hips, his eyes are back inside, right? Like he knows where that running back's going, but his eyes are back inside in case the quarterback wants to tuck that ball. We can change because we're at that 45-degree angle. It's why it's so important. But as soon as that ball releases, it's a race. And we know how fast the ball leaves out of your hands, a lot faster than someone can run, right? And if you're betting right now, I bet you're betting touchdown, Boogie, on this little pass play to that wide receiver on motion outside.
I'm celebrating on the EA Sports College Football. I think you give me 6. We're gonna kick it off. We're gonna play defense. That's what it looks like to me.
Correct, because you're gonna have to stick your foot in this ground, and you're gonna have to come with everything you got. Quay has great makeup speed. It's one of his true attributes on the football field. Let's go ahead and watch him attack this. See if they can get their doggies in the end zone. Ball's out. We're gonna go ahead and watch that in full speed. We don't get the reverse angle on this all 22. It should be noted, Boogie. So we'll watch it 1 or 2 times, but and by the way, dog alert, by the way, guys, on this kid. He plays with aggression. He plays fast. He will let you know about it when he hits you. He pumps up his team. That's a heck of a football play right there, ladies and gentlemen. A heck of a football field play. Yeah, just a little further, but just a little further.
Yeah, I missed
it. To tell you this before. There we go. All right. Now, Quay, we can line up all over the place. And as those of you who have been watching the last 4 or 5 installations of this, you will know we try to pick out a play where we can teach, right? A play where a mistake is made by a player right here. So Quay is at the bottom of the screen, and you'll notice right now they got him playing corner right now, right? But like he's press in this corner role, like very versatile, very comfortable in coverage. And like I said, the nickel that Knowles is looking for isn't the star that Tim Banks wants. He's not primarily a run fitter. He can play coverage first and assist on the run, right? And that's what he was looking for. And I think it's why he was identified. So what's going to happen? We got twin backs, single wing. The wing is going to motion down to the bottom of the screen. They're going to play action the dive and run speed option to the bottom of the screen. Quay is going to come off and give a little bit of cushion and play leverage. Boogie, when the quarterback, not the play action, but when he makes the pitch, when the ball leaves his hand, pause it. All right. motion. He's going to come out, outside leverage, hips open, pitch pause. Okay, Quay sees, right? They ran speed option. Oh, crap. I need to go attack the back. Boogie, when he crosses the wide receiver, I want him another pause. Oh, crap.
This is a Tuesday night nightmare for me. I know what's coming.
Oh, crap. The Coach J special, right? Like the Coach J special has just occurred. And I mean, you see the hard foot in the ground. I mean, this is 6, guys. This is a touchdown. I mean, he's burnt. This running back makes this throw. This is a touchdown. And we're here for the effort. We're here for the no quit. We're here for playing hard for the power team. I think this kid's going to be able to do it. Oh, crap. Oh, shoot. Now he knows. Now let's pin and wheel. Let's stick our foot down. Pin and wheel. Beautiful pin and wheel. Gets a good angle. Runs them down. And by the way, I had to go back into this game and check. Guess what happens? They force them to have to try a long field goal attempt, Boogie, and they missed the field goal. So because Quay didn't quit on this play, because he stuck that foot hard pin and wheel, gave it all he had, makes the play. They go ahead and stick him on that 35. They miss a long field goal, and just good makeup speed too. Once again, man.
You only put that play in because it was the Coach J special. You're like, this looks like a Tuesday night and Boogie's toast. I get it. I understand. I'll allow it. All right, here we go. Moving on.
Boogie, you know what the only crazier thing is than one Coach J special play?
We got another one coming up.
2 Coach J special plays, right? So a little bit of a redemption song, right? We saw him kind of out of pace here. We got split backs again. We got single wing again, right? And they're just going to run a stretch play to the top of the screen. Quay is right to the left of number 7. That's right in front of the referee there. Boogie, if you're able to put a circle on his hat. There, right above 7.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. There's Quay right there. And they're a little disconjointed, right? Discombobulated right here. Arizona liked to go really, really fast. Noah ran a really fast offense, the quarterback there. Quay's kind of communicating everything. Boogie, he'll drop down and settle really quick. Just give me that moment right before the snap. He'll drop into place. We'll see him communicate just a little bit with what's going on. Settle in. Now, right here, right? They're going to hand this ball off. They're going to stretch it down. Boogie, give me 2 or 3 more steps. Let's watch these. Right, nice Figueroa steps underneath the wide receiver. Needs to keep stretching outside. Go ahead and give me another couple. Stretch with them. Now, right here, the wing is going to release, right? He's going to release on a pattern right here. And we see Quay renegotiate this and not get caught. He plays it a little better and keeps his hips among them. Boogie, go ahead and give me the next couple plays. We can maybe pause as he gets to the 30-yard line. I want to talk about, watch it. He hits this 30-yard line. What you're about to see is when the wing hits the 30, he's going to redirect him where he wants him. Go ahead and give me that push. Boogie's going to push him right how he wants him, redirects him inside, keeps outside leverage, right? Wants to protect that sideline because even though his teammates are a little out of position, he knows he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kansas State defenders inside of him, right? But the safety's guarding that wide receiver deep middle. So he's got to protect that outside and then stay in the hip pocket and duck into the hip pocket if he continues to run this seam. That's what's going to happen. Boogie, go ahead and give us the summation of this play and give us this PBU. Get back in the hip. Almost, I think he did. Yeah, actually, sorry. He picked that ball. He got back in the hip. He's a little slow getting back in that hip pocket after the hit on the wing. But once again, that makeup speed undercuts it. Interception. Very, very nicely done. And a great example of how I want players to play that outside leverage aggressively and force your offensive player where you want them, even if you were a little slow at making up and getting into the hip pocket.
I keep reminding you guys to smash the thumbs up. Also reminding you guys to leave a comment. Let us know who you want Coach Jay to break down next. Man, I was looking at the playlist. We've got like 45 film breakdowns from Coach Jay going all the way back to the beginning. I had to go and pull it up and look. Caleb Beasley was the first guy that we broke down. Also, who else we got here? Edwin Spillman. We got Jonathan Eccles. I don't know if you remember him. Dude, we got so many guys, but we've also got portal guys from this most recent cycle. We started with Amari Campbell, TJ Metcalf, K.N. Lee, DJ Burks. Now we're breaking down Quay Moss. Who do you want us to break down next? Put it in the comment section. And if you don't have anything to add, no details, nothing, you just like it and you're watching the videos, attack the comment section with a simple GBO. It does help the channel. We're going to take a look at a couple of more plays here. What do we got, Coach?
Yeah, we got twins to the bottom of the screen. Moss is going to be over that S slot wide receiver on the bottom of the screen. I'm sure Boogie put a nice little circle around for you. There you go. And look, on this play, I really think he's communicating with his safety behind him and probably his linebacker to the inside of him as well. Just kind of readjusting this coverage. Obviously, we're going to have a blitz right here, right? He's going to come shade off this edge and come, right? And I always like to throw in a blitz, like I said, a coverage, a little bit of everything. Let's see how Moss handles a blitz right here, Boogie. Let's get him dropping down just a couple moments right here. Pulse, there you go. And what I like is, he didn't just come off this edge for broke because of that wing there. He kind of takes a step inward on this blitz so that he can choose, do I want C gap or B gap? And you see right in that moment Boogie's in, he's reading what's going on, and look what's gone on. They've sealed his edge player. So if he keeps coming off this edge like it was designed, that wing is just gonna come off and block him. But he's able to reset, blitz through the B gap, and make this play. And I love it. I love being able to slow play that, but also play quickly within your set. And you know what? If the quarterback keeps it right here, you can still come through that B gap and have a true angle on him. So even though that was called off the edge, I really, really like the reset. Sometimes you got to be a football player out there and think with your head and think quickly and play quickly. And this is a prime example of that from Mr. Quay Moss right here, switching that C to B gap flop on this inside stunt. Nice. Very nicely done for a tackle for loss. Beautiful. Love it. Ass down, head up. I don't know if the head was up, but get that head up, Quay. And it had on the ball, certainly. Moving on, guys. We got deuces to the bottom, deuces. So double wide both sides, single back against Baylor here. They like to throw the pill, we all know. Moss is going to be in the same position. He's going to be over that slot on the bottom of the screen, kind of in press coverage. We're going to kind of get like cover 6 look here, but everyone's dropping back into his zone, right? So let's go ahead and just give that quick drop to the zone. One thing that I don't like that he does here, he doesn't give me a hard redirect to that slot wide receiver. I want a hard redirect him to my middle linebacker. Go ahead and give me that moment where he crosses his face. I'd like to see him just help him there. Just hit him off that redirect and then pop out to your zone. And go ahead and pause it when he there we go. He's going to go settle back in that zone. And one thing he doesn't do right away, he doesn't attack this running back out of the backfield, right? That is so important. A lot of young linebackers, young nickels, young stars, they will see this happen and they'll go, okay, well, my corner has the wide receiver on the bottom of the screen. I've got back out of the backfield. I'm just going to go attack him, right? And then what will happen is that quarterback will throw the curl to the bottom of the screen, and they got a nice little pickup. He settles there just long enough to take away that angle to force the quarterback to have to throw back to the back. As soon as he turns his shoulders, that's my indicator, right? As soon as he turns his shoulders, I can shoot my gun and bam, I'm off. Go ahead and give me that settle back, block the curl. There you go. Look at that line of sight. That's going to be a hard window for that curl. As soon as he turns his shoulders, we'll see what we got. There we go. Now we're closing in space, right? Now we're playing like Jim Knowles wants us to. Keep our feet down on the ground, attack forward with everything we got, plan them and gun them, baby. Let's go. I like it. Settle back, attack front. Like it. Nice open field. He's fired up. I'm fired up. And look, like those are the open field tackles that we just weren't making a lot of times, right? We'd be slow to get there, take a poor angle, they'd get out. I think Jim Knowles has his nickel. I think Quay is your starting nickel, and I think he has a huge year in Knoxville. I don't know who I'm going to pick for my preseason MVP, Boogie, on defense, but he's going to be on a short list of 2 or 3. I'll tell you that much.
I know it's been a theme with every one of these breakdowns we've done on portal guys is improved tackling and how much better they're going to be tackling wise. You think it's going to be a theme for this football team? You think it's going to be something we're talking about in 2026 is how much fundamentally better they are than they were a year ago?
100%. Like I said, I think you're going to see it become religion. I've watched a lot of how Coach Knowles attacks tackling and practices from a lot of his coaching clinic films out there. They're going to live and breathe it in everything they do. But I think you're right, Boogie. I think he went out there and said, I want the best tacklers I can find. That way I'm not starting from scratch. That way, when you have your Idris Farouk or you have someone revert back to the old way, they're there quickly to straighten them out on what they should be doing. They've got to live it. They've got to breathe it. It's got to be muscle memory, period. And I think we'll see that in this upcoming season.
You guys know the deal. Smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the merchandise. Go check out the Patreon. All the links are in the description below to do that. You can hit the thanks button. It's like a super chat on a video. Hit that join button. You can become a member of this channel. We need your support as we head into the off season. Look, portal season is over. We still got a couple of more breakdowns we can do, and then we're moving full steam ahead into interview season and high school football recruiting. We're going to jump in the film room on some high school ball, man. I want to talk about David Gabriel Georges. I want to talk about Kenneth Simon. There are some big-time prospects out there that I want to pick Coach's brain on and bring that to you guys. But, again, smash the thumbs up. Share out these videos. Let people know about the Talkin VAWLS Network. We appreciate you guys. That is going to do it for this one for Coach. My name's Boogie. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go Big Orange.